Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Doctor Who. We're going to talk about this article floating around coming from Doctor Who TV.co.uk, which actually is one of the better Doctor Who fan sites out there. They have this opinion piece that Doctor Who is being Disney-fied and it could get canceled. Now, this is interesting because a lot of people are like, Doctor Who's never been better. Doctor Who's going to be great.
Yeah, sure.
They're throwing all kinds of money at Doctor Who. I'm like, no. And I mentioned this in a video I did the other day, talking about where Doctor Who is at with the ratings. And Disney did commit to a couple of seasons of Doctor Who that they're co-financing with Bad Wolf. That being said, the reason that the BBC turned Doctor Who over to Bad Wolf, which is owned by Sony, is they didn't want to foot the bill for Doctor Who anymore. And Disney is canceling a lot of stuff too. They're canceling American Born Chinese, which is expensive. It's science fiction. They canceled Willow, again, expensive.
And crap.
And crap. So if the numbers aren't there, and it looks like, you know, judging from the iPlayer numbers, the numbers really aren't there because they're trying to do damage control and saying that it's getting, you know, Doctor Who's getting all kinds of millions of views. Yeah, for the entire series, the entire 60 years has been on. If Disney doesn't get the numbers out of this thing they think they're going to get, they're not going to put more money into it, especially something they don't own. You know, they don't own Doctor Who. And they're,
Sorry, I'm distracted by the unfortunate spot in the back of it. Either they wet themselves.
Oh.
Or, you know, there's a weird panty line going on. Sorry, I was distracted.
Their ship is sailing and they're very excited.
I don't know. I'm just like,
that's what's going on Willow.
Anyway, sorry, I was distracted.
But I'm just saying, like, the shows that Disney is canceling, that Disney are canceling right now, are expensive science fiction shows with relatively low viewership compared to the amount of money that they're dumping into them. Right. And we're seeing this across the board, like HBO, same thing. They're canceling Westworld. They're canceling, you know, they're canceling the stuff that's expensive to produce. And Doctor Who has never looked more expensive than it does now on Disney Plus. And I think that's because the budget was there to throw at these, you know, 2 seasons or whatever they committed to. But after that money dries up, I don't think they're going to pay for it anymore.
Not if there's no return.
Not if there's no return. This is a very, Disney is very, they're going to have to be very different, especially if they have some changes on the board. I think they're going to be like, yeah, we're not doing more quote unquote woke Doctor Who. We're not spending millions and millions of dollars on a show we don't own that's not giving us the return we were hoping for. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, and rants. Guys, get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Go out to shopclownfish.com. Back Crimson Wren, Volume 1, and previously on Clownfish TV. These books are actually in stock. We're shipping them almost daily. And you've got a couple days yet to nab a copy of these beautiful graphic novels that we produce. Geeky's very tired of shipping them.
I will ship more. I will ship it just for you. And I am the one who puts together all your boxes.
That is true. She does. And she's
Firstly
very
done
quick.
by me.
She's a good shipper.
In a good way. Not,
in a good
not
way.
the creepy, weird way.
So, yeah, this was a couple of days ago, and it's surprising. I did see it, but they talked about how the show has become Disney-fied, and some of the fans are not real happy with it, of course.
Well, it's obviously been Disney-fied for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, and, you know, we're seeing a lot of the political messaging being ramped up, and Russell T. Davies even admitted that Disney was giving him notes.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
So I'm like, shocker there.
So I said that the warning signs are there, and they're also saying that because of this, the thing could get canceled. You know, they said, yeah, when the BBC first announced its collaboration with Disney for Doctor Who, fans like myself were left wondering, would Doctor Who wind up being Disney-fied? Initially, the production team assured fans that the show wouldn't change.
Bullshit.
Yeah, which somewhat alleviated my concerns. However, having watched 4 episodes of the new season, along with observing other developments, my initial concerns seem increasingly justified.
Yep.
So they're going to rebrand it basically as a season 1. So this is the all new, all different Disney's Doctor Who.
So it's not season 14.
No.
Or series 14. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we see that they're changing Davros. And that is not something I think Russell T. Davies would do on his own.
The reasoning is I get what they're trying to do, but I think it's kind of stupid because most people didn't look at Davros and think people in wheelchair are terrible people. And yeah, they said that he has a Davros model in his house.
Yes. So, and this is the same guy who had the creator of the Cybermen in his series, the one from Pete's World, that he was actually in a wheelchair too. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So like,
It was dumb. I mean, I get what they're trying to do, and I get the thought process behind it. But the reality is, it's like orcs. Not everybody looks at that and think, "Oh, look, it's a disabled person. Oh, look, it's a black person." You know what I mean? You're just overcorrecting, I think.
yeah. So they're speculating. I mean, this is the thing. Like Russell T Davies, look, he's always been progressive, but he hasn't been this freaking weird. And he keeps talking about the notes he's getting from Disney, and Disney is bankrolling this thing. Yeah, I think it might be a mandate from Disney because they're all about the diversity and inclusion, and we don't want to look,
If it is, it's gonna suck for him because he makes the changes Disney demands, and then he's the one that gets all the backlash.
Yeah, if he does what Disney tells him to do, and the show is well, you can't really destroy it now. It's already pretty much but you know what I'm saying? Like if they go less than 0 at this point, right? And there's so much damage done to Doctor Who that it doesn't come back for another 15, 20 years or whatever, or ever. Then yeah, he's got an answer for that. Like, dude, you brought Doctor Who back and then you killed it. It's like the Bill Cosby skit where he's like, I brought you into this world and I can take you out. And that's what's going on here. The bi generation, yeah, this is a big
one
weird.
for many people.
This is a big one. This reeks of Miles Morales. Like we're gonna have 2 flavors of Spider-Man.
Well, they think it's gonna be like a Marvel thing. They're trying to set up all these spinoffs and have like a Whovian verse or Whoverse.
The Whoverse. Now Davies did this on his own back when Doctor Who first came back, and it was popular enough that they got you got Sarah Jane Chronicles out of it. And you got Torchwood out of it. And then eventually they had Class or something. I forget what happened with that. I don't think that was Russell T Davies, though. But they did have spinoffs. Back in the day, they had the K9 show, So you can...
Disney's looking at that like cha-ching.
Cha-ching, yeah. They're like, oh, my God, we can go, we can have David Tennant Doctor Who forever. Why not? Why not? We'll just keep him around, too. But yeah, they said it's a stark difference in the... how it's been handled before. It's starkly different from the essence of Doctor Who, which I saw some people that I would consider them a lot more progressive Doctor Who fans. I've seen some videos out there where they're talking about the bi generation. They're like, what the actual hell? Like, we think people were overreacting maybe with the trans character, whatever, but what the actual hell is this? Like you've just like completely destroyed the canon again. Everybody got on Chibnall for destroying canon, and they're just like, oh yeah, well now the Doctor can just like split off. Like the Doctor can be like Voltron. We can have like 5 Doctors merge into like Mega Doctor.
There you go.
Why not? Why not? Sci-fi to fantasy, a shift in genre. They said that this is very Disney. So the genre evolution is not inherently problematic because Doctor Who has gone through like. Back in Tom Baker's day, they had more mystery and horror and stuff like that, right? And they kind of tabled the science fiction in favor of that sort of thing. And then, we've seen Doctor Who spend more time on Earth, the Third Doctor. That's not unusual, but they said this feels Disney. They said it raises questions about making the show more Disney-friendly.
They're claiming it's to go after the TikTok audience and the Gen Zs.
Yeah.
Which Disney is hyper fixated on.
Yes. Yeah. That's the thing too. That's like Russell T Davies who's older than we are. He's like 10, 15 years older than we are. He's not going to just wake up one day and be like, you know what? I think I'm going to make my Doctor Who for the Zoomers. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it TikTokable, and we're going to put musical numbers in it. And we're going to make it for the Zoomers. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's so weird. They said, yeah, despite Russell T Davies' assurance of keeping creative control, there's already been instances where Disney's feedback has directly influenced the show's content, even going as far as requiring the shooting of new scenes. For example, Davies himself revealed on the episode's commentary that after Disney tested the 2023 Christmas special, they wanted the Doctor to appear more in the episode. This led to some last-minute scene additions, one where the Doctor saves a woman with a pram from a falling snowman decoration, the other when the Doctor talks to a policeman. This direct response to Disney's feedback reveals without question they have a much more active role in shaping the episodes than was initially led on.
Episode's narrative, that's key. They have a much bigger role in shaping the narrative.
Yeah, so this kind of reminds me of when they did the movie with Fox. Now, some people are speculating they could cancel it after series where we're on after 2025. And this is also coming from Doctor Who TV, that their future on Doctor Who looks doubtful after 2025. And I think these are the Now, it could be that these two are leaving and they regenerate again, but my understanding when they made this deal, Bad Wolf made the deal, was that Disney was bankrolling 2 seasons of Doctor Who.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. They're not going to commit to this forever. And
change everything about it. Change the lore and everything to appease us, and then we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah. So they're saying after 2025, their future is in doubt. And they said the potential exit of Ncuti Gatwa and Millie Gibson from Doctor Who after a second series would be a departure from the current pattern. Usually it's 3 seasons or 3 series. Excluding Christopher Eccleston, who had a problem with the showrunners, and he said he'd never come back as long as Russell T Davies is there. All other modern era Doctor actors have completed at least 3 series, while the tenure of companions is more variable. It's technically possible for the pair to do more episodes, but given his promise of an annual Doctor Who and no more gap years, it seems challenging to imagine how they could fit another 9-month shoot alongside a project, blah, 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 blah. Look, I have heard multiple times on other websites that Disney committed to fund 2 years of this. I don't think they're going to fund any more after this. I think they're going to look at this. They're not even doing the Orville. And the Orville, I guess, did really, really well. The viewership was really high.
Well, now
they
they're
own
saying, according the new update was that now they're saying they might talk about it or something like that. That at this point in time, no one's been told it's canceled. Is what they're saying.
But they don't do that.
Told it's canceled.
But that's the thing. They leave people hanging, though. They don't officially cancel something. It's just like 10 years goes by without any word, and it's like the show's canceled. Like, how long did people hold out hope for more Firefly? You know, that's something Disney owns. They could do more Firefly tomorrow, and they're not doing it. They could do more Orville tomorrow, and we don't know what's going on with that.
Okay, let me ask, would you want them to touch Firefly?
Hell no.
Let's be honest.
Why don't want them touching Doctor Who? But here we are. They're fingering the Doctor.
I don't want them to go anywhere near Mara Jade. They better not.
So I agree with the theory that after 2025 they could potentially cancel Doctor Who, or at least put on hiatus, because the BBC was having trouble paying for it themselves. I mean, they shortened Jodie Whittaker's last series. There was like a gap year or 2 between it.
If Disney wants to put their input in it and change it to what they want, and then give it 2 years and see if they make money back, they could just flush that money, because as soon as they start making demands, it's going to do shit.
Yeah.
And just from the Christmas, the 60th anniversary and the Christmas special, the numbers are going down, 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 down.
Yeah.
So if it's going by money, they're not going to want to fund it again.
I don't think so. I mean, even shows that have done better, they've canceled. Mm-hmm. And again, it comes down to, especially in this new era we're in with streaming, where they look at the cost of a thing and they're like, are we going to make our money back, either merchandising or whatever? And Doctor Who is really dicey, because it's like, we don't own this. We don't have, like, Disney has no vested interest in Doctor Who. The whole purpose of them bankrolling Doctor Who, I think at the start of it, and that's when they were just throwing all kinds of, crazy streaming money out there, was they thought they could bring that Doctor Who audience to Disney and Hulu, and then they would go watch like the Orville and stuff that they owned, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think Disney stuck their freaking sausage Mickey Mouse white glove sausage fingers into the TARDIS, and they're going to alienate a lot of Doctor Who fans, and the show is too damn expensive, and they're not going to get a return on it, and they're going to say, hey, we're out. And then it's going to be up to the BBC and Bad Wolf to pony up money if they want to do more. But fans might just be like, yeah, we're out too. So what's the purpose? What's the point? If Doctor Who's only going to bring in 2 or 3 million viewers per episode, going forward, and it costs like ridiculous money to make it, what the hell's the point anymore? I don't think there is a point. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens after 2025. But given that they're canceling other stuff that they put all kinds of money into that they actually own, I don't think it looks very promising. We're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.